The beauty community is dead. I deserve better, and I know that. Paid and valued for what I bring to the table, for what I know that I bring to the table. I hate this. There is a certain prototype, if you will, that is favored on YouTube. Consistency and hard work has not been a correlation to success for me. Thank you all for riding this wave with me. Thank you for 10 years on this channel. It's time to focus on other things that provide more for me. It's time to focus on me. Metaphor of this. Interesting. Oh no. Get comfy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Actually, we're not gonna use that intro. Welcome back. This is going to be a very candid, real, raw, uncut, somewhat unfiltered video that I have actually honestly dreaded filming this video. And as I was setting up the camera, I was like, I don't know if it's because I don't want to talk about how I feel about this, or if I'm like, no one's gonna be excited about the changes moving forward. But here we go. So I wanted to make this video kind of just giving you guys a life update, what has been happening in my life to some degree, how I've been feeling, what space I am currently in with YouTube, content creation, everything of the sort, and how we're going to be moving forward in 2024. I know that all the rest of the videos this month have been Hawaii related, but I couldn't let the month end without releasing this video. I wanted to have it up at the beginning of January, but as such is life, that didn't happen. But I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about how I've been feeling about content creation. I wish I had a pillow down here. And I made notes for this video. I've been contemplating making this video for months. And every time I think about it at night, I rewrite a whole new set of notes. But I'm just, as with this being a very real and raw video, I'm just gonna talk about how I feel straight from the dome. If you've been picking up what I've been putting down for the past months, I'm sure you are well aware that I have just been in a weird space with social media, especially like if you just watch my content on YouTube, you probably have not noticed a change. But if you follow me on Instagram, you will notice that I have been a little withdrawn from Instagram. Just a little backstory of how I got started on YouTube and how we even landed here. I started my channel in 2014, and I believe at the same time I started on Instagram. I started YouTube because I was waiting to take my comprehensive exit exam to receive my master's degree in psychology. At the time, I was living full-time in New York City, but I moved back home to Atlanta for a short period of time to deal with some other matters. And I was supposed to be studying to take my exam, but the exam was a fluke, and so I didn't have to study. I took it again and I passed. It was not a reliable test. I'm a nerd in psychometrics, so I had like a few months, maybe even like a whole semester on my hands to just sit and wait. I didn't want to look for jobs because I didn't know what I would do once I received my second degree. All throughout college, I've always been a beauty girl. Guys, I've always loved all things girly and feminine. That's just who I am. Hence, like, this is how I walk around my house because this is just me. And so my friends always knew that I loved watching YouTube in college, and they always encouraged me to have my own channel. But if you guys have like been watching me since 2014, I was not the person I am today. I was very shy, very much more introverted than I am today. I did not have this large personality. My family always says when I watch your videos, I'm like, who is that? Because I really come alive because this is what I love. So I started my channel and I actually grew kind of fast for someone not having had a following at that time. In 2014, content creation was not what it is today. Those were the days when like Nitra B was really popular, when like the makeup community was booming, but people weren't exactly making money. So when I got onto YouTube, it was just to share my love of beauty because no one else in my real life enjoyed these things. And so that's how I got on YouTube and Instagram. That's how this channel took off. That's how the KeikoBeauty lifestyle brand grew to be what it is today. So I've been on this platform for almost 10 years. I always say that I am a YouTube dinosaur. And in the time that I've been on my channel, we've had lots of growth. We've had periods of minimal growth. And I just think at the stage where I am now, I'm just like, I'm not happy with this. I will always love sharing, influencing, because that's just who I am. But I've kind of withdrawn from sharing so much on Instagram because, and you know, this is something that I say too, whenever people ask me advice about Instagram or being an influencer, content creation overall, I say, if you're consistent and dedicated, you'll grow. Those are like the two pieces of the puzzle for growth and success on YouTube, depending on how you're gauging your success. And at least for myself, because I told my dad I was filming this video today and he said that's not a positive message, so let me kind of reframe it. For myself, consistency and hard work has not been a correlation to success for me. Of course, this video is from my perspective. Everybody's growth trajectory time on this platform is not going to be the same. But I've been on this platform for almost a decade. I have largely loved what I've done. It has brought so much growth to me personally. Before being an influencer, content creator, all I knew was go to school, then you go to college, then you get an advanced degree, and then you work in corporate America. I don't come from a family of entrepreneurs. I come from a family of doctors. And if you have a similar background, that's all you know. So I've had to navigate those interesting waters of what? You don't want to use your degrees? You want to go into content creation? Some of you may know what that's like, but I have landed here because it's what I love. But after 10 years on this channel, I don't feel fed spiritually, I guess, emotionally, the same way I used to. And it first started a few years ago when I told you guys how I wanted to quit YouTube, and I'll link that video down below. It landed to my largest brand deal. I have since had large brand deals, but that's not always how I gauge success. Success for me is not always about views and money. I mean, if you look at my channel, I have almost 31,000 subscribers. I don't even get a tenth of that in viewership, averaging per video. I'm well aware of that. And I think a few things are at play. Number one, the beauty community is dead. And I felt that for a while. Like I said, when I stepped onto this platform, beauty content was like, it was gold. Where are the beauty girls? They have since pivoted to Instagram, lifestyle content. A lot of beauty content now lives on TikTok, which I have not ventured into. But the beauty community is dead. And I've always said that I want to keep this channel a beauty channel because that's how I started. And if I can just be honest and frank, I have no desire to be a lifestyle vlogger. You guys know that I'm very private. Like, I'll share certain things about my life and my journey, but I don't want my livelihood per se to be sharing personal details of my life. I just have no desire to do that. I also know that if I shared more of my personal life, if I shared more luxury, if I talked about spicy topics, if I talked about dating, all those things could bring more revenue, but I don't want to compromise my beliefs and my morals and the things that are boundaries for me just to attain some level of success. So Yeah, I'm also aware that I could pivot my content, but I don't want to. I like beauty content. I know what I do well. I know what I bring to this platform and my channel, and it is being a beauty girl. I'm very well versed. I have tons of knowledge about products. And that's what I love. It's so weird because I never saw myself even in this space. Like I said, I have 2 degrees in psychology. So to go from that to beauty influencing content creation, it's night and day, though you can use psychology and everything. I was not trained per se to be in this space, in this avenue, but I've grown to love it because it's what I enjoy. But it is time to pivot for me. But like I said, I have always loved content creation. I love sharing. I love helping. I am a natural teacher. That's just what I love. I love teaching and helping. And so it's been a struggle, an internal struggle the past few months just to figure out where I fit into this new space. I started wondering, should I go back to corporate America and push paper in an office? Because I'm not someone who, when I worked a traditional 9-to-5, hated it. I am not someone who wants to be in the forefront per se. I always say I love being number 2. Make me an office manager, an executive assistant. I love doing that. I'm a multifaceted person. So I wonder, should I go back to a 9-to-5? Should I do corporate America? I was once a human resource manager. Like, I enjoyed that. But this space does feed a certain part of me. I just think for so many years I put all my eggs in a basket. For 10 years, with the exception of 3 months, I have consistently put up at least two videos a week. Every year, you guys, if you've been watching me, I have grown in quality of content, in knowledge. I've grown to know myself more. I am so much more planted in my identity now than I was if you look at my first few videos. The way I speak, the way I carry myself, the way I'm able to help you all, I have seen so much growth, and so I can't negate the fact that this creative space for me has fed me in a way, even if it hasn't fed, let's just say it, my bank account. I'm always honest in saying that I make pennies on YouTube. And I'll put up some receipts on the screen. I make on average $300 a month. And for the amount of time that I spend creating the content, for as much as I spend, or people in my life have spent on equipment, cameras and tripods and lights and products, and how much time I spend editing 3 to 4 hours of video, it just feels like a waste of time. The only way it does not is because I know I'm helping people, and that is part of my purpose. But I just know that I cannot continue at the speed and momentum that I had and not get burnt out. I always give people the analogy, no one would work at a position for 10 years being an intern or a lower level position, knowing they have the KSAs, the knowledge, skills, and abilities to go further and see people surpass them, regardless of what their level of KSAs are. Nobody would work that same job and not advance the way they see it and still feel fulfilled. Okay, maybe some people would, but largely not most people. And I think that's how I feel with YouTube. I feel like I have put my all into this. I always say I'm not a full-time content creator, but I put in 3 to 4 hours editing a video, plus the 30 minutes it takes to film one video, plus everything else and the interacting on social media. I put in a lot of hours into this, and I don't get out of it what I should. And I came to the realization that I have been selling myself short. I fell into this influencing space where I didn't ever think I would land. And I put all my eggs, or at least 9 of my 10 eggs, in this basket because I knew if I stayed consistent and I continually increased my quality of content and what I was doing, it would pay off, and it just never did. And that is not going to be everyone's story, but it has been mine. I'm also very cognizant of, to me, there are certain things that make your channel pop. We can't act like pretty privilege doesn't exist, just like we can't act like skinny privilege doesn't exist. And there are certain other privileges that exist. I am not unaware that I have certain privileges myself. But there is a certain prototype, if you will, that is favored on YouTube. I am very aware that I am not that. I'm very aware that I am not the typical mid-30s Black woman living in Atlanta or Black woman in content creation overall. And so I think I like to be realistic even when I'm talking to people in my real life. There are certain things that make you more susceptible to popping. And when I say popping, I mean like attaining a high level of success quickly. If you look a certain way, if you act a certain way, the content that you bring to the platform, not to say that your looks outweigh what you bring to the table, but we have to be honest in this space. Social media content creation is a lot of times, and this is just my opinion, what is perceived on the outside matters more than the inside. Yeah. And I just have to come to grips with that. You know, being someone who has always been career focused 9 to 5, I am used to being paid for what I bring to the table, my KSAs. I have never been in a space where how I'm paid or my success is attributed to the likeness of all this, you know? And with social media and content creation, you are judged, or your success is based upon how well people like you, how well people like what you bring to the table. And that's the reality. If no one likes you, if no one likes your content, you are not gonna get the views. You are not going to get paid. What you bring to the table on social media is judged externally instead of internally. And I think for people like myself who are used to being judged for this, or they're used to being paid at their 9 to 5 for this space is just like totally weird for me. And I think what I'm trying to say is I don't want to play this game anymore, you know? And this is why I thought maybe I should just go back to 9 to 5. I want to be paid and valued for what I bring to the table, for what I know that I bring to the table. I don't want to have to prove it in this way. I consume a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of people on YouTube. YouTube is not one size fits all. It's not created equally. I don't think it's made to be created equally. And that's just been my experience. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling. I have just not really enjoyed this space as much as I have. You know, I used to spend so many hours a day posting on my Instagram, and I would plan content, I would plan paragraphs and captions and hashtags, and where did any of that get me? I understand I also can't just judge my success based on that, because there are so many of you guys who watch me and truly appreciate just being able to watch something maybe interesting, funny, educational, inspirational. And so I understand that, but I think it's also time that I start thinking about how I spend my time and what I invested in and how it feeds me. Because like I said, I feel like I've spent 10 years boxing myself in and selling myself short. I put 9 out of 10 of my eggs in the YouTube basket because I just loved it. Because let's just face it, it's easy for me. It is easy for me to get on camera with no script and speak and share and edit for 4 hours. That's easy for me. And I also know part of this is like God pushing me, nudging me to do something else. Like, I also know that YouTube is not my final stop. I'm not supposed to pop or make it big on YouTube because I have so much more to offer. And that's not to say that those who do have less to offer, but I know that part of the reason why I haven't grown in this space the way I would have liked to is because God is making me uncomfortable so I can go do the other things He's told me to do. And so that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. The changes that are coming to my channel starting in February and like leaning into March, because y'all know that like I'm a weird planner, so I always have the year's worth of video planned before the previous year ends. So I do have so much content that I want to get out, but starting in February and March, we will be moving to 1 video a week. And for me, that is just like seeming so daunting because I love content creation. I have so many ideas, but the reality is it takes a lot of time. And it's taking time away from things that I could be doing that feed me more than content creation does. And I don't want you guys to think that like I hate this, because I don't. I see the value of it for you guys. So I am not quitting YouTube or stepping away completely because of you all. I do still enjoy it, but I know that I'm here to create these videos for y'all. They're not for me. And so 1 video a week will allow me to still create content for you guys. And y'all know I'm going to be very consistent because I have been for a decade. But it will just free up my time to tend to things that I need to do, other businesses that I need to grow. Like, I don't even make $2,000 a year from my channel. I could be doing so many other things to bring so much more revenue because I have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to do so. But I just got so caught up in YouTube is easy for me. It is easy to schedule a year's worth of videos or to plan them and sit down in front of my camera and talk for 30 minutes. This is easy. And I was taking the easy way out. I know that. So moving forward in 2024, my videos are still going to be consistent. They're just going to be scaled back a bit. We're going to have at least 4 videos a month. I just really want to pour into myself. And I said all that to say that I just want to do things that bring me more joy. And part of that is actually being able to have a business that is thriving, because making $300 to $400 a month, putting all these hours into it, is not thriving, and I deserve better, and I know that. So you guys will see the changes in 1 video a week, but you will also see other changes that you guys have asked for, such as the makeup courses. I launched my website last year. I'll link that down below. I will be hopefully offering products and courses and classes, ebooks, and anything else that you guys desire, but I just know that I need the time. YouTube is not the only thing I do with my time, and I need to kind of scale back to focus on the other things. So, let's take a sip because that was a lot. So that's where we are. That is genuinely and truly how I feel. Everybody says don't quit, and I just want you guys to know I am not quitting. I will always be here as long as I have time to make 4 videos a month, and as long as you guys will have me. I understand that I don't make videos just for myself, and I do enjoy it. I just know that I have to pivot so that, let's face it, so that I can make some money and enjoy my life, so that I can do things that feed me and make me feel more full, so that I can feel more satisfied, so that I can see a return on my investment. Because largely for the past 10 years, I have not. And I wouldn't feel this way if I didn't understand what I bring to the table. I don't have imposter syndrome. I am very aware of the quality of excellence that I bring to my channel, and I just want to pour that into other avenues, other income sources that I know will thrive. YouTube is just not that thing for me, and it's okay. You know, I kind of fell into this space. I never had a goal to be on YouTube and to make it I would have loved to be able to make 6 figures off of this, but I'm understanding that that is not God's will and God's way. Maybe this is just a stepping stone, and I'm okay with that. So, you know, I gave it a good run, almost 10 years, and I'm not stopping, I'm just pivoting. And look, 1 video a week that's still pretty consistent. Some people find it hard to do 1 video a week, so don't worry, you guys will still see me showing up. And yeah, I hope you guys respect and understand my decision. I know you all will. I just have to, in 2024, this year, focus more on things that feed me. I spend my whole life pouring into other people, and now it's time for me to get the things that I want out of life. It's time for me to live the life that I want, to share the way I want to share, to, you know, it's time to focus on me. It's time. The time is now. So yeah, it's gonna be different, but I think you guys will like the new additions that I hopefully will add to my lifestyle brand this year. And I just appreciate you all for always supporting me. I know some people will not be happy with these changes and they'll stop watching. I get it. Those of you who also appreciate me as like the person behind the content, I think you all can understand. It's been 10 years and it's just time to step back and focus on me and pivot and bring in some money, some real money. It's time to make some real money, okay? $300 to $400 for all that I put into my channel is just like, that's a joke. It's a joke. And more happiness to my life and more fulfillment, more enjoyment, more satisfaction. That's just what I want in 2024. So yeah, that's it. This was a tough decision to make because if I had it my way, I'd put up 3 to 4 videos a week, but it's time to focus on other things that provide more for me. It's time to focus on me. That's it. So I'm gonna stop talking. I love you guys so much for watching. Hang in there with me, hopefully. Thank you all for riding this wave with me. Thank you for 10 years on this channel. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to me. I'm a YouTube dinosaur, and sometimes when you've been in a space for so long, it's just sometimes when you've been in a space for this long, it's just time to reevaluate and pivot. And so that is what I'm doing moving forward. I love you guys for watching though, for all your just pouring into me in the many ways that you do. I don't take it for granted. You all are the reason why I am pivoting and staying on this platform. I love you guys and thank you for listening to my long story and thank you for rocking with me and just being so amazing. Thank you for allowing me to be on a platform that has contributed to so much internal growth in myself. I love you guys so much and I will see you in the next video. It'll be a lot more fun. We'll get to talk about fun things. I love you guys. Bye. We did it, Lord. Thank you.